And 6 o'clock time for me to rock, maybe. Could be. Oh, I gotta tag some people. Oh, let me do that. Tag time. Let's tag Zarek. And who else? I hope it's still recording, even though I'm trying to view this message real quick. Okay, that's not working. Okay, Derek, let me tag Darnell, see if he wants to come on. Gonna tag EJ. That's my homegirl, she's always on. Unless she forgets. And who else? Erige. Okay. Oh, hi Sam. How are you doing? Hey Mike. Oh, you would be a good person to have on. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. We're talking about social media etiquette in relationships. Is there such thing as putting too much out there? Can a person not put the little love heart on people's photos, stuff like that. So the reason why this even came up is because she said, don't invite me on. Hey, EJ. Hey, Mike. So the reason this came up is because one of the groups I was in, hey, Derek, one of the groups I was in, they posted something about, about one of their friends saying that they had an issue with their significant other posting their Snapchat on their social media. So you've got your Facebook, which apparently is for the old folks now. You've got your Instagram, and you have your Snapchat. I don't really do Snapchat because back in the day, well, they probably changed it. But when it first came out, like, your little stories would disappear after 24 hours. And I was like, if I don't put all this time and effort into my video, I'm going to want it to stay there beyond 24 hours. Hey, love. Oh, I look fierce. Thank you. You should have asked me out so I could be looking fierce with you. No, I'm just messing with you. They were talking about, so you have Snapchat and it disappears after 24 hours. And she didn't like the fact that her boyfriend was putting his Snapchat out there because of accessibility. So my question to you all, I think folks take it a bit too serious. Okay, we're going to talk about that. So my question for you all is there some type of relationship etiquette when it comes to social media, or what I call netiquette? Yeah, that's my little word. Hey, Darnell. So I really just want you all's opinion. For me personally, I don't have a problem with my significant other having, social media, talking to people on there. Now, if you're just liking about 10 of somebody's pics in a row, you've seen the notifications on Instagram where you get so-and-so like this pic, this pic, this pic, this pic, this pic. That might be a bit much, but I wouldn't have a problem with it as long as my significant other and myself, we have trust. So that's my personal opinion on it. If you've ever been on my Facebook, you see that I do not post any boyfriends. I may post that I'm going on a date, or I may post I'm hanging out with the person, but I don't do the whole relationship status update on Facebook. And even though a lot of people do, and apparently that's when it's Facebook official. Apparently that's a thing. So I really, really, really want you guys' opinion. So whoever wants to come on, this is pretty much going to be y'all's show today because I'm single right now, and I just gave you my opinion on what I think about it. So please let me know what you think. And I got a couple of topics, some little talking points that we're going to talk about. So does anybody want to come on? If so, please send me an invite. Let's see if Derek wants to come on. I know we talked briefly about... I can't bring Derek on. Okay, so who can I bring on? All right, we got EJ, Darnell, Mike... Do any of you guys want to come on? Because I really let's just start with Mike. Let's just see if he feels like chatting with us tonight. We're going to try and bring Mike on because this should... Oh, hey, Love. Maybe Love will come on. Okay, let me see.
Oh, hey.
Oh, there he is. Hey, Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
You're in the car.
Huh?
Be safe.
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm not looking. I'm looking at the road. I'm about to pull up in my house anyway. What's going on?
Nothing much. I just want to get your take and anyone's take. So whoever wants to come on next, let me know. Your take on social media etiquette involving relationships.
It's complicated because I think it depends on the conversation two people have had, and you should know what you're signing up for. So, I mean, I think anything is acceptable as long as what you two agreed upon from the onset. I think where it becomes fishy is when people start getting in their feelings about stuff that wasn't a problem before. So, I think,
Mm,
it can be as permissive as or restrictive as two people agree it should be. But when you've had an agreement and suddenly because you feel in some type of way or something transpired and now you have trust issues, you can't just expect people to stop doing normal stuff. Like I know for a fact people put way too much energy into, like, I don't know, double taps on Instagram or stuff like that, where, if you tap twice or if you make a comment or anything like that, somebody's got something to say about it. And I mean, there's a time and a place for it too. Like I know, I hate to say it, but sometimes when I get bored and I'm on a date or whatever, if I'm bored, I might pull out my phone and I'll start double tapping. I know it's straight disrespectful, but it's like a sign. It's like, yeah, this is not engaging. And, it's just, but again, I remember when I was still married, one day I was sitting on the couch and we weren't talking, we weren't doing nothing. I was just on my phone. I was double tapping stuff on Instagram, and I got one of them eye rolls and a dirty look and a deep sigh and all that kind of shit.
uh-oh.
And it was like a whole ordeal, and it was just because something attractive came across my page and I double tapped it. I mean, my Instagram feed genuinely is nothing but watches, clothes, nice looking women, nerd shit. I mean, so that's what's on my Instagram feed. So if I'm liking something that's already supposed to be there, I mean, I don't know. I've never understood the obsession with what people do on social media. It's when you take it past a like to slide in somebody's inbox that it becomes an issue, in my opinion. So I don't know. That's all I got.
So if somebody's sliding in your DM, then it might be an issue.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is though, like, I would never want somebody that's thirsty as like my mate. Like, I wouldn't want somebody who's under like random people's that's like the pinnacle of like sad and pathetic. When you're like that person that's on somebody's page that they don't know from nowhere, and you sending hard eyes to a person who doesn't even know you from Adam, and they're like super famous, blah 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 blah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just
Right.
ridiculous to me. Like, I can't understand the idea of, like, I would never want to be with a woman who goes under like every like IG fitness model shit and puts like heart eyes and like that's bae or anything else like that. Just like I'm sure a woman won't be with a dude that's under like strange stripper Instagram pages, like making "I love you" comments
Right.
and when you gonna answer my DM or any of that pathetic thirsty stuff. So I couldn't deal with that. Like I couldn't deal with some sad pathetic individual. But if you like stuff like, and that's my whole thing is, I would rather be in a situation where I can be next to you and you look at my screen and I double tap and you like, oh shit, she look nice too. Like that's the ideal situation versus, this, who's that? Why you liking her pictures? Because they look good. Like that's the whole reason this shit exists.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. So the main takeaway for you is it's as restrictive or as permissive as those two people in the relationship have made it.
And you don't get to just switch it up at your whim because you get insecure about something. That's the other piece of it.
Right. Agreed. Okay. Well, thank you for your input. I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to want to drop their 2 cents. So I'm going to go ahead and get somebody else on. Thanks for chatting with me. That was Mike Frank's opinion. Let's see if Darnell wants to come on. Actually, let me see if I can get a lady on. Do any ladies want to come on? Oh, my cousin's on here. Hey, cousin. I don't know if I can bring. Let me see if I can bring my cousin on. Any ladies. It doesn't look like I can bring any of the ladies on here that are here right now. So if anybody wants to come on, please double tap or not double tap. Oh, you're in the gym. Oh, dang it. So you should have been doing that earlier. But I'm sure you'll be out in time for The Walking Dead to come on. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if I can add my cousin on here. I'm gonna see if he's up for it. If he knows how to work this whole Facebook Live situation. Mr. Roseberry, are you still there? I would love to hear your 2 cents on this, especially being married. Oh, wait, Sean Ward wants to come on. Okay, if Roseberry does not get on, hey, Sean, I'm going to go ahead and bring Sean on. Okay, yeah, looks like he's not coming on yet. So let's get Sean on real quick. Where is that? How do we get to it? Oh, it says I can't bring you on, Sean. What the heck? Let me try it again. Okay. It says it's adding. Let's see. He said, yeah, get Sean on.
What the hell I walk into?
Well, we're talking about social media etiquette and relationships. I thought that'd be an interesting one.
Oh
So what's your 2 cents?
Lord. As far as specifically like what? As far as like posting pictures or like changing your status or shit like that, or
All of that. Is relationship status update on Facebook necessary? Is it okay for you to double tap some people's pictures? Stuff
let me
like
be
that.
1,000% honest with you. So
I
I
prefer.
think that, well, one, I'm a firm believer of relationships are relationships, cool, but I'm a firm believer of keeping your business to yourself. Um, I think a lot of people don't understand that everybody that's in your business is not for your business. And I think social media is the devil. And I learned through several relationship, yeah, I've learned through several um, relationship social media experiences where it just was like hell. Because you know what, man, you'd be surprised how small the world is, how many people you know, and how many people you don't know that you know people that you date. And so
Right.
everybody has an opinion about you, whether it was good or bad. And I've noticed that, and my situation was crazy. My situation blew up to like real stupid petty shit. And I'm like,
Like what? You want to share?
so I had a situation. Man, look, this was like maybe like a few years ago. I had an ex of mine took a picture, and it got my arm in the picture, and
Mm-hmm.
I got sleeves on both my arms, and so
Got some ink, got a little
got a
ink.
little inky ink, and so this cornball ass dude, like it be dudes too though. It don't be just the women now. That's what I'm gonna say for the record. This dude was like, oh
I wish I had a bell to ring like Shay, because that is facts right
man, look
there.
here. The dude went to my girl at the time and was like, oh, you dating Sean? Oh, okay. He used to fuck with such and such. Who does that type of shit? It was
A hater? No.
realistically, and it was never none of her business. And that blew up a whole situation because Shorty felt like, oh,
Wow.
you wasn't open enough to tell me that you dated something. And I was like, man, because one, we're still friends, and you all are you all are friends, and like, I mean, it wasn't. Why the fuck? Why should I have to tell you that? Truth be told. So, man, that blew up into a whole situation, and
Mm.
it trickled over to other people dividing friendships, people feeling some kind of way,
Dang.
and the nigga was like, so I had to confront the nigga. Like, let me tell you the crazy shit.
Please stop saying the N
Oh yeah, I know
word.
you hate that.
Sorry.
My bad. So I had to confront the dude. I had just fractured my knee, and it was during kickball season. So this is one of the few, only two girls I ever dated in coaching kickball. I'm at a game, and I'm confronting the dude, and I knew her brother, and I'm like, look, man, that's your man's, man. That shit wasn't cool. Like, you just made it. You just had two friends fall out about feeling like they hiding secrets from each other or not being open when me and her dated before kickball even got we involved in kickball, or before y'all even really knew each other. And
Mm-hmm.
so I be telling people, man, like that point, I said that's why I would never post a picture of me being in a relationship, who I'm with, never change my status, because they none. That's the proper etiquette is to keep people out your business. Because
Agreed.
I'm like, man, I hate because man, and look, I've seen people get in real life drama behind social media posting, like, oh, you good enough to post that girl? What? And I know you hate cursing, but oh, you gonna post that bitch? That's good for that. Oh, I wasn't that good. And dudes got to deal with that type of drama. Like dudes got to deal with that type of shit
Yeah.
because a lot of women are already insecure, already have esteem issues, and social media makes it worse. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah, someone actually made a similar comment to that. They said social media exposes underlying insecurities.
yeah, and already, so then now you're exposing yourself to the world, and you're subject to everybody's opinion. And people are always quick to say, "Oh, well, think yes, you do," because people will hit you home. Because
Uh oh, you.
can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back. You're freezing up a little
Yeah, I'm
bit.
sorry, I'm driving, man. Some people would say, "Oh, I don't care what other people think." Yes, you do, because they go in your DMs. See, a lot of stuff gets said behind the scenes.
Right.
Oh yeah, girl, you dating such and such. Oh damn, dog, you dating her. Oh man, shorty got blah blah blah. I'm
Right.
telling you, it ain't just the women that see these dudes make it messy out here too, though. What boyfriend and girlfriend shit is just y'all, man. Y'all playing house. Marriage is a business, a relationship. That's stability and a foundation. That's what people should know you married. That boyfriend girlfriend shit, man. That people make too much hype about that. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't I said earlier, I don't know if you were on, I was saying that I don't post anything like that. If I post anything with someone, it's just a friend, or I just may say I'm out on a date, but I don't put anything in it, because if you see a guy on my timeline and I'm changing relationship status, it's gonna be from single to married. That's it. Like, it's not gonna be no in between, and it's gonna be complicated. It's not gonna be all that drama, because you either with me or you not with me.
Yeah, man. I'm like, I tell people, like, look, man, that's the devil's playground, man. And you know what?
Okay, I wouldn't go that far,
No,
but I do understand what you're saying. And thank you for coming on. You're breaking up a lot now. I'm not sure if it's just the area that you're driving in. So I'm gonna try and get somebody else on, or maybe you can come back later if you happen to be on while we're stable and maybe on Wi-Fi.
I'm driving. I'm not. Am I back or am I still on? Am I still lost? Am I back? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Thank you for coming on, though,
Anytime, man. I
Sean.
love your vlogs, man. Keep it going, sweetie.
Thank you. And if we get together, you changing your relationship status. Okay, I'm just letting you know that.
Bye.
Bye. That was interesting. Okay. Let me see if I can go through a couple of these comments real quick. That's it. Single on social media till married. That's all me. Um, yeah, a lot of people were saying they couldn't hear Sean. He was kind of going in and out because he is driving. So does anyone else want to come on? Let me see who I have. Oh, Derek wants to come on. So let me see if I can get Derek on. He's always a good conversationalist, so that should be good. There he is. Hi,
Hey,
Derek.
so here's my question. So a lot of people were talking about the whole situation with social media and relationships and their interactions
Mm-hmm.
with it. Now, what do you do? Because I've had this issue in the past, being in a relationship when you have women liking my stuff, and it can be like little subtle stuff, and women will read into it, or
Mm-hmm.
people will read into it like why that person keep giving you the heart emoji, or why they commenting, they know they being messy or whatever, and then so she would be looking at me to check these other people who just commenting on women who are commenting on my stuff, who may have a crush on me, but they not doing something egregious, and then she would have an attitude with me about that, about other people interacting with
Well,
my account.
EJ said, like EJ said, that's just exposing that woman's insecurities. For me personally, I don't have any trust issues or anything like that. So if I happen to be in a relationship with someone and they're on social media and we're friends on social media, because I do know some people who are in a relationship and not friends on social media, and I happen to see, people liking the pic or whatever, that doesn't matter. And I think that's what a lot of people fail to realize. What matters is your guy, your girlfriend's response to people liking the pics and all that. So are they sliding in their DMs? Are they, letting them know, hey, I got a girl? I think that's where the not gray area, but I think that's where it would get a little shaky for me. But just someone liking I mean, people gonna like my man because hell, I like him.
Yeah, but
And if they want to double tap his pics, that's fine too,
what
as long as he
what
ain't
if they
double
keep
tapping
putting
that.
the heart emojis under the pictures or whatever, or it'll be a picture of like me and you together, and then she just say, "Oh, you so handsome," but don't acknowledge you or nothing. You know what I mean? Because that was happening too.
That's fine.
Okay,
As long as my man is acknowledging me, I don't care
okay,
what these people
second
are doing.
question. Oh, is I'm forgetting it now. Oh Lord, Jesus Christ, I'm getting old. Okay, well, maybe I'll type it in the comments when I remember, unless you got a question. Because yeah, that was my issue with it. Oh, this. Okay, if you're in a relationship, what if like I'm like private? I don't like to put up necessarily pictures when I'm in a relationship with me and my person, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like for me, like I know what we doing. I don't have to like show off for everybody. But for her, she would be
Mm-hmm.
like, why you don't put pictures, I mean, together? Like, why you don't want people to know that we together type stuff? Because she would be thinking like other women or other people might think that I'm single or whatever, and she just want like some type of claiming social media. So there's that part of it too. Is that legitimate or what?
I think it's up to the individual personally. Um, for me, just because anyone who's seen my social media, they know that I'm a really open person. I done cried on Facebook. It's gotten real ugly and it's
You got
gotten
the ugly
real
cry
cute.
face or you
So
got the cute cry face? Like,
oh, it's ugly. It's all this gets all wrinkled up and all
was you
that.
watching
Yeah,
Lion
it's not
King? What
cute.
made you? That's a whole different question. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What? Anyway, so yeah, so the only thing that I am really private about is, my personal life with my guy. So when my relationship status changes, it's going to be to married, and people are going to be like, "Oh, you done got married out of the blue," but that's because they don't need to know that I'm being courted or whatever. So for me, like if I happen to be dating a guy that doesn't post, or let's say I post, let's say we're out at dinner and I post dessert. I might say dessert with babe, but I might not put him in the picture and I might not post his face or anything like that. And I'm okay with, being private about that as well. Like I said, I don't have trust issues. It's women that have trust issues that are going to be wondering about things that are not even happening. They're just going on in their head because they got these trust issues.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. So you don't have to post me, but when we get married, though, his status better change to married.
Right. There's also be a discussion about social media etiquette in relationships, about people that are super obnoxious about their relationship, and like especially when it's like
Oh,
pictures, pictures.
the
Oh
cutesy
my
one.
gosh. Oh, well, ah.
See, I personally I don't mind that. I don't mind it at all, but that's just because of where I am. Like I'm happy, and I love to see people
So you
happy.
never
So,
seen it where you know
a
it's fake,
mutual friend of
when
ours,
you know people they not really as
huh?
happy as they say they are, but on social media
You don't know that because you're not
they
at home
talk
with
to
them, and
me. I
neither
get the
am I.
pillow talk from my homeboys about what's really going on, but then on the pictures, and then my
Wait,
other girl be
wait,
talking to me like,
wait. A man shouldn't be
why
giving
we
you
can't
pillow
be like
talk.
them? And I be like, you don't know how they really are. I do. I better than they
Mm.
ish. Anyway, but yeah, social media be painting
Well, I
pictures
mean,
that a lot of people don't really know about. That's why I don't really get into it with posting mine, because
that's because it's the highlight reel of people's lives. It's the highlight reel. You're going to put the good stuff on the highlight reel. You're going to put the touchdown. You're going to put the field goal. You're not going to put the 2 hours of running across the field and nothing's
right.
happening. Unless you're me, because I don't care. I'll just put
It's not the
anything.
blooper. You don't get the blooper reel. You don't get the cutting room floor.
No, you don't get that.
So
And some people, like, rarely you do get that. And to me, those are the friends that I love to have on my
mhm.
feed. Like I like to see the real. I like to see the good,
so
the bad,
so
and
if
the
I
ugly.
post
Now, not too much
a
bad
video of me crying,
because I like to
you'll be
stay.
cool with that. If I
Say what
post a video
now?
of me crying, you gonna be cool with that?
That's up to you. That's your
Oh, okay.
choice. My last name is Smith.
Okay, I'm just saying, you like the real stuff or whatever. Okay,
Yeah. Especially if it's, I mean, as long as it's authentic,
okay.
absolutely.
Because I be
Absolutely.
crying because if the food
Rietta
too
said no crime.
spicy, it's hot, and I start crying. Like, no.
No.
Okay.
You're retarded.
All
Stop
right,
it.
all right. Let's see if we can get a lady on.
All right, I'm gonna let you go. We only have like 6 more minutes on here. I'll try and keep it around 30 minutes. Let me see if anybody else. He said he needs to speak. So he said you need to speak up, but let me see if anybody else wants to come on real quick.
All right,
Okay.
bye.
Thanks. Bye. All right. Okay. Did anybody else want to come on and give their 2 cents? Because if not, I'm going to talk about something really, really quick, and this probably might spark a whole another 30 minutes, but hopefully. Oh, Darnell wants to come back. Oh, Darnell. I said come back. He hasn't even been on. Okay, Darnell, come on back. Why you pumping iron, honey? Glistening. Sweat glistening all over your body. Hey. I don't have any sound. I don't have any sound from you. Are you using a headphone? Dog damn it, we don't have sound, Darnell. Are you using a headset? Okay, so we can't hear off. That might help with the reception. Am I wrong or am I right, y'all? That's for the ladies. Yeah, I couldn't hear him either. Hopefully, it's probably his headset. If he has some wireless headsets in, he may have to kind of tweak the settings on his phone. So I'm gonna go to my last little topic. Oh, actually, I got a couple different look. So we talked about trust, we talked about liking pics, we talked about accessibility briefly. But what I want to know is, okay, so back in the day, and actually there still is this show. It's called The Bad Girls Club, and there's this lady on there called Natalie. Her name was Natalie Nunn. So Natalie Nunn used to always post these sexy pics. Anyway, she ended up getting married to this guy. I think he was like, I think he played football overseas or some sport or whatever. But when they were in boot camp, her then husband, and now still her husband, expressed that he did not like her posting all these sexy pics. So my question is, like, if you happen to get in a relationship with someone that has sexy pics and that's part of their online persona or part of how they're making money, would you have a problem with them continuing to do that once you and that person got in a relationship? So that's one of my questions. And then the second thing is, like I said, we're going to try and get to that. Well, see, why you gotta talk about Natalie's face? Okay, apparently her husband like it. She married and we single. So being having a short face apparently isn't helping. Hi, Bernard King. Yes, y'all is wrong. I actually follow her on social media, probably because like she was on one of the few episodes that when I was still watching the Bad Girls Club. That was like the best show ever because it was more than black girls fighting. Ooh, did I say that? I did. So that's one question that I have. So please feel free to respond to that in the comments. And then my last thing is when people say, okay, here you go. Okay, we got a comment. Let me read it. If they were doing that before you and it's part of their brand, don't be insecure about it later. Understood. That's how I feel. Okay, Sean says, nope, if that's number one source of income, I'm cool with it. What I'm not cool with is being a gigolo. Okay, so you can definitely keep doing what you're doing, but you can't be sliding in DMs apparently. And Sean is still talking about Natalie's face. Okay, so my last little topic, and it kind of has to do with this. It's actually not about relationships, but it's more so about netiquette. Okay, Derek, I had one more comment. Derek says, if I'm dating a fitness model on IG, post them sexy pics, get that money. Okay, yeah, selling flat tummy tea and all that. Okay, so my last topic tonight is about netiquette, or what I call internet etiquette. Now, a lot of times people will say, oh, it's just the internet, it's just the internet, it's just the internet, it's just the internet. But people have lost jobs from things that they've posted on the internet. Some people have even lost relationships from things they posted on the internet. So when people say that it's just the internet, what it is it's not just the internet. It is an electronic documentation of things that you have chosen to share with the world, whether your account is on public or private. So I'm just saying, be careful of what you post on the internet. I don't think, yeah, see, Rietta said it. It's not just the internet. It's not. Like I said, people lost jobs, relationships, all types of stuff. So my little tiny tip for you is to, be aware of what you're posting on social media. Darnell says, social media is just entertainment. I'm going to like all the pics I want and say what I want on there. And you can do that. But if you say something out of pocket, or you talk about your job, or you say something about the president, or whatever it is, just know that that could come back to bite you in the butt. I'm pretty sure that I don't have anything on the internet that would incriminate me. I don't think it's possible that I do. But I have tried to be pretty clear about what it is that I post on the internet. Let's see, there's a couple more comments. Sean says, I hate when people say it's just the internet or just entertainment. I think that's just so naive. I agree. Yes, Darnell's talking about relationship-wise. That's true, you're talking about. But the reality is, whatever you post on the internet is not just relationship. Camille says, just be ready for the consequences of whatever you post. So that's it. That's all I have for you all tonight. Thank you all for joining me. I think this was a very entertaining topic. I'll go ahead and send it on over to my Yahoo, my YouTube. Oh, we got a question. In case anybody wants to see it, it'll be on my YouTube. But it says that we have a question. It's from Derek J. Henderson. What's your question? Do you want to come back on? While in a relationship, can you DM a person of the opposite sex? I think you can, but it depends on what you're DMing them about. If I DM you like, hey, I saw that your abs are popping. Can you give me some tips? Then sure. Who cares? But if you DMing them like, you was looking real good with them abs popping, can I see them in person? Then we got a problem. Then somebody gonna get cut. Okay? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, my YouTube is Amayou 1, AMAYOU, and the number 1. My name and the number 1. I get business from DMs all the time. See, so it all depends. So it's not like no DMs ever. It's just, what are your DMs about? And you can't help who DMs you. If a woman DMs my man like, hey, you was looking real sexy today, what is his response? That's what I'm going to be concerned about. See, you got my nostrils flaring and everything. If she DMs my man and he said, oh, thanks for the compliment, but I got a lady, boom, done. That's how I would expect him to respond. And that's how I'm going to respond if a guy comes in my DM. So, all right. Don't DM a man about his abs. She's not worth your time if you're heart eyeing and calling other chicks dream girl. Yeah, honestly, I probably wouldn't care about the heart eyes. Calling chicks dream girl, yeah, that seems like that's a bit much, a bit extra. So if somebody your dream girl, you can go ahead and go to sleep and go dream about her. But if you're awake and you're with me, I need you to be with me. Okay, we're done. I'm just shutting it down. 6:30. It's 6:32 now. So I'll go ahead and put this over on YouTube after it downloads. Everybody have a blessed night. Happy Sunday. It's almost Walking Dead time. I'm going to try and get some stuff done real quick before that. Have a good night. God bless. Bye.